Fine, the next bit we're going to read from Romans 1 from 13 to 17. Now here we see Paul expressing with regards to his love for the gospel and the love for his work. So from 13, now I would not have you ignorant, brethren, for oftentimes I was purposed to come to you, but let was hitherto that I might have some fruit among you also, even as among other Gentiles. I am a debtor both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the unwise. So, as much as in me I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are at Rome also. 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to every one that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. So over here, what we're trying to sort of accomplish by reading this is that Paul had a purpose, which, like I said to you, his purpose was to take the gospel to the Gentiles, okay? But as we read in 16, the Jew first, also the Gentiles. So Paul did take it to the Jews. They refused it, so he said, I'm taking it to the Gentiles. Now, and what Paul wants is what Paul wanted, you could say, was to bear fruit among the Gentiles. Okay, so Paul wanted to bring about fruit, meaning he wanted to bring about men who were then going to be saved through Christ, and that only comes from faith to faith. Okay, because righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith. So, brothers and sisters, what we see here is again a different kind of love. We've looked at various kinds of love that God had for us. The love God had for us, the love God instilled in us, the love that we have to have for our neighbor, because the way God loved us, we are to love our neighbors, as Christ said. And here we see the love of preaching the gospel. Now, if we don't have the love of God in us, we will not have that love to preach the gospel. We will not have that yearning or that sort of immediate sort of zeal to go about proclaiming God. Now, when I was, to give you a short testimony, when I was baptized, the very first thing I felt was in the fire to preach the gospel, because I was delivered or redeemed from darkness into light, and I wanted to share that light with other people. That's why we started this ministry, being able to proclaim the word of God, spread the word of God in aspects of how God wants us to do it. So this is what Paul is talking about over here, where he said, now I would not have you ignorant, brethren, that oftentimes I purposed to come to you. It was his purpose to come to the people in Rome, come to the Greeks, to preach the word of God, so that love for the gospel was in him.